is Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoy this video, I hope that you guys will become patrons over on Patreon if you guys want to support the channel. But, you guys should subscribe for weekly Kingdom Hearts videos. And I already did my weekly Kingdom Hearts video this week, okay? Like, I did it about Roxas and Xion and how they're gonna come back and all that stuff. But then, out of the blue, just randomly, Kingdom Hearts, Union Cross got a story update and we were all like, okay? Like, what? So, also, I do a lot of gesturing, but this arm is, like, incapacitated. So, I'm gonna go through, like, my discovery of this information. So this morning, I woke up to take my blood test, right? And then, on Kingdom Hearts Kingdom Hearts 13, I should say, Kingdom Hearts 13 has this translation up of Union Cross, right? And I guess how you say Larxene's original name is Elrina. So Elrina, regarding your little sister, Sterlitzia, I want to hear more about her, which is shady, right? Because we know that Lulium, or however you say his name, Marluxia somebody, right, may have killed her. We don't know. Everybody thinks that he did, though. So it's a little shady for him to be like, hey, I want to hear more about your sister that I murdered. You know what I'm saying? And then it's also like, okay, well, why are they both still friends if he murdered her? And there's more to the story, right? Because it did not just end with this translation. It seems like the Kingdom Hearts websites are sort of passively, aggressively fighting with each other today. Like, just because then, later today, alright, and I'm gonna put up this picture, I want to ask you something about my little sister. So that's Kingdom Hearts Insider, and they decided that in their translation, right, it's his little sister that he is asking Elrina, who is Larxene, about. So now everyone is hella confused because nobody knows which translation is right. Right? We don't know what to think yet, and we won't know until it's out for the English game, right? So I'm gonna make this a little smaller, but I'm gonna keep both of them on screen because I actually want to talk about this a little bit, okay? So first of all, like, I know that they have to translate the cutscenes because, like, it's supply and demand. People want the translation, but this seems a little irresponsible, right? Because if you get two different people getting two different answers, and then, like, nobody necessarily knows what's right. Like, we're like, well, now what do we do, right? Like, what is the right answer? And I get it that they have to, but at the same time, like, there's no sort of, it's like if you do a math question, right? The answer is at the back of the book. You can check. And so if two people get two different answers, right? Either they're both wrong or one person's right and the other person's wrong, right? Like, that's how it goes. But with this, it's like, there's no answer. We don't know. And I'm still confused. But yeah, no, like, obviously the Kingdom Hearts websites work very hard. I used to be a staff member on a different Kingdom Hearts website. It wasn't for 13 or Insider. So I get it. Like, I know how hard the job is. I feel y'all. However, now I'm hella confused. So, we're gonna talk about both of these possibilities today. That is basically what we're doing. Because I don't know who's right anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm, like, choking, like, on my own, like, lack of knowledge, I guess. Anyway. So, I actually prefer I actually prefer the idea, I should say, of it being Elrina's sister, so it being Larxene's sister, because that has some interesting implications. So first of all, it would make sense for Larxene to be in the frozen world, because she would be like, I know Elsa, I know what it was like not to be able to protect my sister, because she died. Like, that would be very over-dramatic, and, like, that would be kind of interesting, right? So I kind of like that. Like, I really like that sort of idea, and also, if Marluxia did kill her sister, and now they're, like, thick as thieves, right? Like, drama, intrigue, conflict. Like, why would you be friends with your sister's murderer, is what I'm asking. But here's the other solution, okay? Do we know that he did it? Like, do we know? Like, do we know? Because I've been wondering this for a long time. But, like, does it... I don't know how to explain this. Does it have to be that he did it? Because what if he didn't do it? And you guys may be like, but Kel, how did he know to do the thing if he didn't do it? Like, to go to the mastery stuff. But that would kind of make sense for if this translation is true. and that he is her older brother, because what if he already sort of knew about all these ongoings, and after she died, he was like, okay, well, it's my responsibility as the big brother to take her place. And what if he didn't actually kill her, right? And some people think that Ventus did it, and I am 100% for that theory, because I actually thought about that last night, too, because we were talking in my Discord server, which is Patreon only, but, you know, whatever, and we were talking, and I was like, wait, why does it have to be him? Like, why does he have to be the one that did it? Like, what if Ventus did it? Because as far as we know, right, and we were all kind of discussing this, because I think somebody was like, Cal, like, what's your pot theory, like, for today, like, for the Union Cross update? And I was like, well, so this is sort of, like, my idea, but I've seen other people have it too after I looked it up, but basically, what if Ventus did it? Because, you know, Ventus was, I don't want to say he was working with Xehanort, but Xehanort was using him to forge the X-Blade and all of that stuff, right? So what if Xehanort was like, hey, go kill that girl, and Ventus was like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, back when Ventus was, like, sort of a different person, like, he may not have been the same back then, you know what I'm saying? And so maybe he was easily manipulated by, you know, Xehanort or whoever he's working with, and so he killed Sterlitzia, and then brother Marluxia was like, well, I gotta take her place now, it's, you know, my responsibility, or, you know, whatever. But then that would be like, but why did Ven do that then? Like, why did they do that? I don't know. Like, maybe it's because it's Marluxia's part of Xehanort's plan, like, later down the line. And I did a whole video on how Xehanort and Marluxia are oddly connected. Like, they share the same line, between each other, which is kind of strange as well. So, like, I guess the idea would be that Ventus killed his sister, or her sister, right, whichever one it is, to take their place, and then somehow, Lucium, or whatever his name is, Marluxia, right, I'm saying, I know it's Marluxia, as in the nobody, I don't know how to pronounce the somebody name, but what if, like, then Marluxia also got because there's, I don't know how to explain this, but what if, like, the siblings were chosen for some reason, right? Like, both of the siblings were chosen, and then Ventus killed Sterlitzia to take her spot, is basically what I'm trying to say. And so, in this instance, in this translation instance, is that, oh, Marluxia and his sister, they were supposed to do it together, but then Ven killed her and stole her spot, and so that's why now he's snooping around and he's like, I want to ask you something about my sister, because now he's like, okay, maybe we have to team up and, like, find her murderer. And actually, that is what I like about both of these ideas. No matter whose sister it is, I really don't want Marluxia to have been the one that killed her now, right? I want it to be that they both team up to find the killer, and then they just become friends ever since, and even when they go into the organization, they're still friends. Like, I think that's interesting, right? And I think it's, like, twice as interesting when you consider, okay, but what if Ven did it? Like, that is some sketchy-ass shit, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Especially because, again, it fits more with this one, right, than the other one. But what if, oh, okay, so it's supposed to be Marluxia and Sterlitzia. We chose both of them, the foretellers, or whoever the fuck, right? And then Ven finds that out, and he's like, well, I guess we gotta go take care of this bitch, because I need to get in right there for Xehanort's plan, right? Because Ven, I don't know, like, he's very cheery, and he's very bubbly, right, when we see him in Birth by Sleep and onwards, but what if he wasn't always like that? Like, what if he was a cold-blooded murderer? Or something, like, for Xehanort, right? So he would be puppeted by Xehanort for whatever reason. But if Marluxia killed his own sister to take her place, like, that would be a little fucked up. Like, that would be very much a fucked up, right? Or if he killed Larxene's sister and they've just been friends ever since, because it's like, oh yeah, we'll find your sister's killer, don't worry, and then, you know, he's just there the entire time. Like, this is not, like, not to say this isn't Kingdom Hearts anymore, like, this is, like, we're past Kingdom Hearts right now. This is some, like, you know, making a murderer, like, you know, Netflix original, like, crime documentary nonsense, you know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what to believe, but I really like both of these ideas. Another person mentioned, too, that Sterlitzia's, I can pull up the picture. Sterlitzia's hair clips, her hair clips are the I and the X, and that's Marluxia's number in the organization. So I think it points more to, and they kind of look alike, right? Like, he has lighter pink hair, but she still has reddish hair. Like, they look related to me, anyway, more so than her and Larxene. But I did like the Larxene idea better because she's in the frozen world, right? And so I guess the third option is that it was both of their sisters, which a lot of people are saying, and that's why the translation is so vague, because they're actually related to both of them, and that's where I'm like, what? Oh dear, I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to add to this, but I think it would be very interesting if Ven did it. Like, if Ven killed them. Like, killed Sterlitzia, and it wasn't actually Marluxia, because Namora likes his plot twists, right? And so that would be a plot twist. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody just assumed that it was him, like Marluxia, but what if it wasn't? That's all I'm saying. And it wouldn't make sense for him to kill his own sister unless he's, like, some twisted asshole, which, I mean, I guess, but, like, I think that there's more to the story. That's all that I'm saying. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, again, you guys should become patrons because they help support the channel. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later. Bye! Thank you to our wonderful patrons over on Patreon for supporting the channel. Patrons get a bunch of different cool rewards ranging from access to VIP chats or getting video tickets, which can basically be used to request us to do videos, for example. We can advance early access or access to our Discord server. All of those are rewards that our patrons can get, and it's pretty cool. I do recommend it if you guys want to support the channel. We have so much fun talking on our Discord server about whatever it may be, whether that's Ruby or Kingdom Hearts or Miraculous Ladybug, right? And the early access helps you guys obviously get to see our videos before anybody else does, and so that's also pretty cool. The VIP chat is pretty exclusive. I can reply like a bit faster there. It's a bit more one-on-one. So if you guys are interested in any of those, I do suggest that you guys become patrons over on Patreon. The link is in the description, and thank you again for all of our patrons for helping us out. We'll see you guys later. Bye.